So how many
Welcome
times
in.
were you masturbating a day?
3. What?
Welcome to the C'nB
whoa.
Show. Season number 6 is live.
I mean,
You asked,
I broke it.
how did season 6 start? I don't know. Where did season 5 end? I don't know that either. What's up, boys? How are we? Jeff, what's up?
We're back.
Back.
I feel good. I finally get my therapy back.
Yeah, new day and time. Well, no, not new time, but new day.
Right.
It kind of felt like Thursdays was like the day that I always had something.
Tomorrow's going to suck because it's not going to be Friday.
It's going to be a little different.
Yeah, it does kind of ruin the schedule a bit.
Mm-hmm. There's always like something to look forward to. But
I woke up in the beautiful, booming metropolis of Columbia, South Carolina this morning, and I thought it was Friday. I'm not kidding. I had to travel into Columbia on Sunday, and it just completely ruined my week. I thought today was Friday. I'm skipping days already. I don't even know what the heck's going on. But we're here.
Some miles, dude. Sheesh.
Yeah.
New car. I got a new car.
What?
It's a new, a new work car. It's a new Toyota Sienna. It's brilliant. I thought it had 9,900 miles on it, but it had all the plastic still like in place. I picked it up at Chatham Toyota in Savannah.
Right.
Nice.
That's a heck of a story. I'd have to tell you guys one day. It was efficient, and if by efficient I mean probably the worst process that you could ever go through in your life, because there's a lot of ineptitude in this world, and most of it resides at Chatham Toyota. As far as Savannah.
Oh, I got ineptitude later on too for you guys.
I'm writing it down now. We'll get back to it.
What happened to the old minivan? Did you burn up the engine? You floor it too hard all the time, or what happened?
No, they cut you off. They cap you at about 80,000 miles. So I got a used one, but yeah. So I thought it like the odometer said something like 9,100. I'm like, this is crap. So I get it back from Savannah to Hilton Head, and it said like 8,900. Like, is this thing going backwards or something? I had no idea. So I didn't know cars had user manuals, but apparently they do.
Huh?
And I pulled one
out. There's always Google.
I pulled one out, like how to reset the odometer and stuff. So I didn't reset it, but I hit a button and it went ODO 41 miles. So I was like, I had 41 miles and 26 of it or whatever came from Savannah. Chatham Parkway, Toyota Savannah.
Yeah, they ripped us off one time, talked us right into a lease, and we got fucked pretty hard on that. But that's another story.
Wasn't the Chatham A's in a movie, or is that Massachusetts?
Chatham's
Massachusetts.
Our county is the county of that we live in. Chatham,
yeah, that's Massachusetts. That's a Cape Cod league.
Yeah, that's Jennifer Beals swimming in a bikini. I remember that.
Yeah.
Summer Catch.
Summer Catch. That's it.
Never seen it.
Another sports romance movie that Casey had to watch.
Is it romance? It's baseball.
Baseball is romantic.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so since we've been gone, a lot's been going on. We missed the college football playoff, apparently. We're not talking about it right now. Jeff, you had Gasparilla. We're not even going to get into it. I'm just kind of prefacing where we're going tonight because I didn't tell you where we were going. I had the outline, the ideas.
Right. It's an idea list. There's no outline.
Yeah,
you make the outline. We just throwing shit out there.
Flow through the air.
Locks has something around his arm, which for those listening to the podcast version of this, you won't be able to see it.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
But first,
it's an arm wrap.
Let's go. Let's dive right in. Let's dive right in
head first
to the shallow end of the pool.
Yes.
And talk about playoff football. This past weekend, the 49ers and Eagles played.
Yeah.
JJ's Chiefs and Bengals. The Chiefs played the Bengals.
Yeah.
Let me preface it, and then I'm going to let you guys talk the rest of the night.
So the usual show. We're so back.
Eagles and 49ers, I was driving. And I actually like listening to Kevin Harlan and what's his name, Kurt Warner. They do a nice job, and I know the players for the most part, so like I can follow it. It's just kind of nice and soothing to listen while I'm driving. It felt like that game was really, really boring, and this was when the game was still somewhat in limbo, I guess, in the first half. What do you guys think of that game?
Did you watch it?
I watched both. Yeah, I mean, I locked in at like 4:00 and got up to go to bed at 10:30.
Did the first game seem choppy to you?
Yeah,
like the chop. It kept going. Okay, there's this part, then there's this part, then there's this part, then there's this part. It just seemed kind of choppy, but once Purdy got out, I mean, I thought the Eagles were going to win just because of location and the one area they don't get a lot of respect in is defense.
Yeah.
But I thought Purdy would have kept it a little closer. But after Purdy went out, it was say goodnight.
And then Josh Johnson.
Yeah, who's been in like every football league.
There was like 12, 13 teams he's been on or something.
14, according to Kevin Harlan.
There's like
two of them were
XFL.
Yeah,
there's USFL.
Yeah,
the Browns.
Canadian Football League.
Of course, he's for the Browns at one point.
The Bucks. Yeah. I mean, the Lions. I mean, he was everywhere.
That's like my ultimate joke. Like, I love that. That's fantastic.
They had the emergency backup quarterback, their backup fullback, ready to go if Johnson went out.
Yeah. And he did.
They did. Yeah. So then I guess they have to bring Purdy back in, and everybody's calling the dude a pussy. Okay. But I'm like, look at my elbow. All right. Like, he has a torn UCL in it. They're talking about him having surgery. He's going to be out 6 months. So y'all suck it. That has to hurt.
You know what had to even suck more is you're watching Trey Lance and Garoppolo kind of joking with each other on the sideline going,
I think it was a point of contention for Philly with everybody talking so much about the San Francisco defense, for Philadelphia's defense to show up and be like, look, we're at home. We're the better team overall here. We're gonna dominate this quarterback that just doesn't have that many reps. All they did was stack the box, and McCaffrey had nowhere to go, even though he still made some plays. That dude is a bad man.
He only got the only touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He broke like 4 tackles to get there too. So Philly's good. They have a lot of weapons. They can play it a lot of different ways. Like I said, the defense played well. Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. So I don't know. I think we're in for a great Super Bowl myself.
Breaking news right here on the C'nB Show.
Big rumors. Tom Brady will be going to the Niners and teaching Brock Purdy the quarterback for his final season.
That was broken, I think, by John Wiener, a.k.a. Stugatz, today.
Shut your mouth. I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
Oh, he said, I'm not reporting anything. I've never reported anything in 20 years. I'm just telling you it's a gut feeling. Brady to San Francisco, done deal. I'm not reporting.
That's the local telegraph wire down here.
Yeah, well, it's home, right? It's where he wants to go. It's home.
That's right.
Leads us to the second game, which I watched every moment of and thought it was fantastic. Didn't have a dog in the hunt again. Chiefs Bengals, JJ. I was pulling for your boys a little bit, but I did want it to be a close game, which is why I sent the text that said, and it was wrong. I'm admitting it right here in the 9-minute mark. You can't make that call at the end, hitting the quarterback.
I didn't look. There was the one play to me before all this shit got micro managed and talked about in sports radio on Monday. The one play that stood out to me before the shove out of bounds at the end was the extra play, even though the official blew the whistle. Okay? Right. And that's just because you couldn't hear because Arrowhead's so loud. Anyway, that's another story.
Whoa, don't be nodding your head and jest like Arrowhead's so loud.
Arrowhead's so loud.
Did you get confirmation on that?
They couldn't hear the official's whistle. So they replayed it, even though they didn't replay it, Other than that, I thought the whole thing wasn't called that bad.
It wasn't.
Don't shove the fucking guy when he's going out of bounds.
He did.
He had not one hand, 2 hands on his back, man. Just lay off. Keep running. Run beside him. And he about got hurt. He plowed into the bench.
He did get hurt. He has an MRI coming, and it may be a torn ACL.
Not only that, the guy's name's OC, I think.
Yeah.
Osei or something like that.
Yeah.
He had a great game.
He was great. Yeah, he's a rookie too.
He had a fantastic game. And
what was that kick before that? Probably a 52, and then they took 15 yards off of it and ended up being like a 33 or something like that. I don't know. 40, what was it?
I think a 48.
48 was it still?
48.
I thought they were still going to be in field goal range before the penalty.
So
it was close.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's last week it was all Cincinnati talk.
God.
I mean,
glad last week's over.
And I like Joe Burrow. I got nothing against the kid.
Fuck him.
The kid. How do you really feel?
I mean,
I think he's definitely got Cincinnati going in the right direction with their coach, and they're going to be good for a while. But all last week, Burrowhead Stadium, the mayor gets on TV and makes a proclamation that today's the official day that Joe Burrow is going to be a new daddy of Patrick Mahomes.
It's like, shut up.
And we're like, now, granted, they beat us 3 games in a row. The Chiefs did have the lead until the fourth quarter in all 3 games. All right, fair enough. The touchdown that the Chiefs got called back because of a tic-tac holding call would have made the score 20-6 at halftime. Now, how do you think Cincinnati was going to feel at that point in time?
That would be tough.
With that loud-ass crowd. But, no. It's just one goddamn call that cost the game.
I'll tell you, one thing that I read, and I mean, I think I was maybe reading a preview or something about it, that they didn't really make a big deal about. Cincinnati had, is it 2 starters on their offensive line out for the game?
3
starters from their offensive line.
Yes.
Like 4 sacks in the first quarter. Like they had to completely change
5
the play
total
calling.
in the game.
They had to change their play calling to get the ball out of his hands quicker. So they had to change their whole philosophy.
They did. But they had a week to prepare for it.
Right.
Because it was the same offensive line that played in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So, and they played great in Buffalo.
Yeah. I just don't think that there was, Buffalo's defense is very different than the Chiefs' defense. Chris Jones is an animal and he's out to prove something. I think this is going to be a really good matchup in this Super Bowl. I hope Pat Mahomes can get his leg healthier than he was from the third and fourth quarter because he looked like he was hurting,
Ryan just posted it. I agree with Ryan. I think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Chiefs are too banged up.
Yeah, they're beat up. It's a long season, dude.
They're beat up. They had all 3 of their starting wide receivers out in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Some might not come back. They have their Hall of Fame tight end had back spasms. You got your quarterback on one leg that should be like a 7 to 8 week injury.
Yeah.
And the Bengals had in the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter had 2 possessions. The Chiefs had 5 rookies on defense the entire game.
Yeah.
They lost their star corner, but it's all the refs' fault.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out.
Burrow should have ate that secondary up, but he only had 238 yards.
Yep.
Really?
He had no time.
Really?
He didn't. They kept on blitzing him.
Yeah. He had 2 interceptions, lose the turnovers.
Ravens.
Yes, he's the Ravens now.
For the second time.
He's also 110 years old now.
Yeah. After the Chiefs, he went to the Packers where he got cut, and now he's on the Ravens.
Yeah, he's on the Ravens.
Sammy Watkins is on the Ravens.
Doesn't matter. Nuke Hopkins is a better professional athlete than Sammy Watkins.
And let's go with the penalty things because everyone's
is he a better college? Who's the better college wide receiver? Is it Sammy Watkins or is it Nuke Hopkins?
It's debatable. I mean, I kind of lean toward.
All right, so let's look at the penalties. The Chiefs had 4 penalties for 55 yards. So that averages what? About 12 yards a penalty?
Yeah.
No math.
All right. The Bengals had 9 for 70. Take away the 15-yarder at the end of the game, they matched up the same yards and penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So it's well officiated, is what you're telling me.
It's equal officiated.
Well, like I said, I take it back. That was the right call to make at the end. I just hate that call was made at the end.
Oh, I do too.
They had to. I mean,
they had to call it. I mean, I don't give a damn if it's anyone's quarterback. If that was Joe Burrow,
yeah.
I mean, you got to call it.
2 feet in the white.
Yeah.
That's why they.
His own players yelled at him after the game, for God's sakes.
Right.
Just the one.
Well, just the one guy. Yeah.
But they went around.
Ryan Lawrence asked, "Who's the better Clemson alum, son?" I would say Mike Williams or Martavis Bryant.
You're not my daddy.
So that's it. There's my Chiefs rant. I'm good.
All right, which leads.
I just got tired of the Cincinnati the week before, and then they lost because of the call.
I think the Chiefs got tired of it too.
No, you lost because you didn't score with 5 rookie defensive players on the field. I'm done.
Question: is the NFL fixed?
Yeah, certainly.
God, I wish it was. It would be the biggest story in the world. It would be great.
It would be badass.
It would be like what do they call it, a cabal? Like just, it'd be like layers upon layers of people involved. It'd be fantastic.
But you know what?
I don't understand what this means, Bill. Chiefs are going to bust against the Eagles. Does that mean bust that they're going to win, or they're going to bust and lose by 100? I don't know.
Or they're going to bust like I used to all over your face. Which one is it, Bill?
Make a sense.
Yeah.
And Ryan says, "Why do the Chiefs do the tomahawk chop? Come on, man."
We started in 1972. Get off your woke ass. Get over it. Every indigenous tribe around the Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa fucking area support the chop. So shut the fuck up and know your role.
Just playing a little music, a little mood music while you were ranting.
I like it.
I was like, what's going on? What's coming up?
Fucking Hunt family sends those Indian kids in education and schools money you can't imagine.
Now that the season's basically over, we have to wait 2 weeks. Unless I can't wait. This weekend, I'm having a huge Pro Bowl party. Everyone's coming over.
Really?
We're gonna.
You got money on the long drive contest?
Huge flag football game in the front yard. I'm a beat a kid. I mean, like it's just excitement personified this weekend. And then next week at least, then we get the lowly Super Bowl. But really, let's be honest, who's watching the Super Bowl over the Pro Bowl? Not me.
I don't even know when is the Pro Bowl. It's like a different couple times. There's like
I don't know.
Thing
I have
on
no
Sunday.
idea.
There's a skills thing too, or I don't know. It's just I saw Josh Allen opted out. I saw Josh Allen opted out. You know why? Because he's playing in the Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Oh, that boy.
Nice,
yeah. Well, that's probably pretty smart.
Yeah, but
so I think that.
When was the last time any one of us watched a Pro Bowl?
I always heard it was the most surefire bet by anybody is always take the over, first half over.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's going to be bets this week because
there won't be. There's not
flag football
actual thing.
Well, there sure will be bets. Who has the longest pass? Who has the who has the best time running? Yeah, there's going to be betting. I mean, there's no way to avoid that. Prop bets on the Pro Bowl? Hell yeah.
Yeah. NFL draft.
Yeah, that's good stuff. NFL draft made me a lot of money one year. With thanks to a cheat. Appreciate you. We had inside information.
Hot tip.
Hey, no, go ahead.
Speaking of the Pro Bowl, I think the Mannings are involved in the Pro Bowl in some capacity. Although I heard that Snoop Dogg's going to coach one team. I thought the Mannings were coaching the teams, but
I think they're like announcing. They're like kind of like they're over the whole deal. I think.
Like their Manning cast. Have you guys watched Manning cast during Monday Night Football at all?
You tried it?
I have not. I did not.
You ought to. You like it, Case?
I do actually, because I don't really have a dog in the hunt when it comes to pro football. I really don't. Like nothing. I am a Dolphin fan. I have been a Dolphin fan my entire life. I like rooting for the Jags because of obvious reasons. But in reality, is Saturdays for me. Saturdays for the boys, as they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that. And then Sunday is like more family day in my house now, especially. Like I give that So generous of me. I give that to my wife.
What a
However,
guy.
if we're not doing anything, there will be football on. But I really still don't like if the Dolphins lose it. It truly does not even bother me. And honestly, some days I have to watch or see the score on Monday to even know who they played and if they won. However, that being said, like I said, there's always sports on. So Monday night's NFL, I'll turn it on the Manning cast because they're it's like you're watching it with them. Some of the guests I don't need to listen to, but when it's just the two of them talking, I like it a lot.
It's very entertaining, I think. And
yes, Bill, I eat a lot on Family Day. Can't you tell by these chins?
Water sweat.
You know, this is the thing with the Monday night games. They make the schedule up before the season starts. So there can be some real stinkers in there. You know, like there's some bad teams. And that's when it's good to watch that Manning cast because they have guests on, but they also sit there and watch the actual plays and watch Peyton Manning go through the plays and watch the other team like not take a timeout or clock management. You can see his skin's crawling watching these other teams. It's hilarious. But the one point I wanted to bring up about the Manning cast that I heard him say in the last game was the actual announcers were talking about the team that was losing having to go in and make some halftime adjustments. Did you hear this?
Yeah.
Well, I missed that. Yeah.
Yes, it's good. Go ahead.
Peyton Manning then said to Eli, how many halftime adjustments you ever made in your life at halftime? And he just kind of chuckled. And Eli goes, and Peyton goes, yeah, that's right. None. You go in, you eat something, you take a leak, coach yells at you a couple times, and you run around right back on the field. There is no such thing as a halftime adjustment. I was blown away.
Now that's cool. I thought there'd have been something.
He's like, there's a game plan. He's like, there are adjustments, but they're not made at halftime. He goes, that is crap. He's like, there is no such thing, people. And it just blew me away. This is like something that if someone says every single football game, the announcers, it's like a go-to, and he just blew it up.
And I've been bitching at Andy Reid for a year being the worst halftime adjuster on the NFL.
Because he's adjusting in the second quarter. You know, I just thought it was great. I
think what Peyton meant to say too, like I believe him completely. Yeah. It's 13 minutes.
Sure, it's not a lot of time.
From the end of half.
Come back.
Yeah, and they literally were. They said that night that they were eating oranges.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Like we used to do as kids playing soccer in New Jersey. And a different parent had to bring one every week, and my mom would always scramble at the last minute to be like, "Oh shit, I have orange duty tonight."
Orange duty.
And then I didn't like the way that some parents cut their oranges because I was a little snooty, hoity-toity orange peel eater.
Yeah.
Did
you like the thin slice or did you like the quarter of an orange?
No, they were always quarters, but like it depended on the orange. Sometimes it was cut the wrong way. It was against the seed and instead of with the. We could go into the science behind it.
We can definitely go into the science of cutting an orange. This would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Just cut a fucking orange.
On the next Chop and Beef show, we're going to cut oranges right here live.
And put them in whiskey, good. For a little orange twist. That'd be kind of.
That's some good. That's some good content right there.
Great.
But what I was trying to say, I think maybe was that the coaches are obviously going to adjust their play calls if some things aren't working, but they're not necessarily going in and saying, "Okay, Peyton, here's what we need to do in the second half. We really need to not run it because he's taking."
With technology nowadays, and I'm now because you just kind of blew me away, Locks, when you said that. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. And then I'm thinking about all the games I watch. They've got those damn iPads right there on the sidelines.
Tom Brady has all kinds of them because he breaks one every game.
He breaks them all, yeah. And then he's got and then they got the eyes in the sky in the coach's box.
They're making adjustments.
So they're making their adjustments as
they got guys up there. They got guys on the sideline. They got so many coaches. So it's
they got a guy.
They got a guy.
They all got a guy.
Maybe it is more prevalent in college. Maybe there is a backup game plan that we're going to go
longer
to.
In college.
It is a longer half. I agree.
The first quarter, the Chiefs moved Frank Clark. Instead of being more in the middle to more the outside, and that's what opened up the sacks.
Yeah,
one thing I will mention
about the cast thing or whatever. McAfee has his cast that he does sometimes for college, and he did it for the national championship. And we all know what kind of stinker of a game that was. If you'd flipped over to that when the game was out of hand, I mean, because those announcers, Herb Street and Fowler, were dumbfounded. They didn't know what to say. But McAfee was never at a loss for words, and he still kept it pretty entertaining. It was actually pretty good. He had about him and 4 of his guys there from his show. It was pretty good.
I flipped on my pillow. I flipped on my bed.
It was bad.
So Ryan brings up a great point here, Locks. If you have oranges, do you put mayo on your oranges?
No, you do not. No.
Oh, one thing that I want to put out there into the ether, we have a bunch of folks listening now.
Why? Want people to fall asleep?
Couple, maybe a year or 2 ago, I made mention on this show that I was not a big fan of Chick-fil-A.
I do remember that. I thought
you remember that? And I got lambasted. I think even Palp was on
Chick-fil-A today.
So did I.
Yeah, bingo.
Highly enjoyable.
Yeah.
You're back?
I am.
What'd you have?
On board, just a chicken sandwich.
Right.
I got extra pickles, and they put, I swear, every pickle in the Orangeburg, South Carolina area on my sandwich. All I did was click the little button that said extra pickles.
The guy back there with the wandering eye just grabbed a fistful and
he just went. Who in their right mind orders extra pickles? This guy. So he's like, well, no one else wants them.
Did you get a sauce? Or did you just eat a plate?
I got Chick-fil-A sauce, which back again when I made my statement years ago, I thought was disgusting. We now buy the bottle from the grocery store to dip fries in when we have burgers and fries. I have no idea how I'm 275 pounds.
The place is so efficient. I mean, you drive by one, you're like, ew, but dude, they got you rolling through that place so quick.
Yarber checks in with line is too long. Well, see, I'll tell you what, I don't do the drive-through.
You go in, right?
My cheat code. Order it here.
That's Yarber too. He's a big online order guy.
Order it here, pick up inside, and it says, let us know when you're here. Click I'm here. Chill out, watch some,
porn.
TikTok, porn.
On the phone.
What?
Get up, mosey on in, and old Gerald there is just ready to hand me my sandwich, and I walk right out the door.
Nice.
Once again, 5 mayo asked for today. How many to get?
Not 2.
3.
4.
Bullshit.
That's the problem. See, I need 2 Chick-fil-A sauce
and none?
2 honey roasted barbecue, but on the app they only let you have one. They only let you have 2 sauces. But once I asked Gerald inside, I say, Gerald, can I get one more of each? It's like, my pleasure.
Pleasure. It's always a pleasure. You need to start getting that squeeze bottle and stick it in your center console.
Or if you get tea and ask for a little bit more lemons, they'll give you like 3 or 4 in there.
Ryan says, y'all got Zaxby's? Yeah, we have Zaxby's. I haven't had a salad in quite some time. When I lived in Georgia, they had Zaxby's. That's a good. Thanks for the registered trademark.
I don't have anyone.
See, I have had problems. They didn't give me my straw today. They do make mistakes.
You didn't get your straw today. What a goddamn shame.
Yeah. I agree. I'd probably write a strongly worded letter if that was me.
Yeah, I mean, because we don't want to find a straw in a sea turtle or anything.
Oh, for God's sakes! That's right. What is that? Jersey Mike's with the paper straws. I can't even do it. Can't do it.
And Ryan says, yes, drive-through is dumb. I can't believe people still use a drive-through. Amen, Ryan. Amen.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of amen, JJ, you had a party on Saturday.
I did not have a party. The city of Tampa had a party.
The city of Tampa.
Right.
A pirate party.
A pirate party. Right. Exactly.
It's called Gasparilla.
Yes.
Give us the feet on the street. A day. How'd the day go?
The day was fantastic. I actually paced myself so I wouldn't be too stupid, which is a rarity for me. Let everyone know it is exactly the legend is a pirate buried treasure in this part of Florida. Blah 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 blah. That's it. And yes, JJ Asparillas. This should be the way that this is called. Went to a great party at a bunch of row houses. It was just a great party for $30. All you can eat and drink. Can't beat that. Then we went to the parade, and my buddy who literally runs the Hard Rock Casino got me a pass.
Sick.
Yeah, I mean, it was it. When I say top shelf liquor, it was top shelf liquor, and right on the parade route. So we're there. I mean, we're catching a shitload of beads. That was awesome. And then walked back to the cigar bar, and I met Lox's hero, Dana Beers at Barstool. Dana, whatever the hell.
Ryan asked a good question before we go into Dana Beers. How much train did you hear?
How much train? I heard no train. Wait.
You
no
always
train.
get trained.
You're a liar.
No, there's no train.
You must have been drunk.
Oh, I missed it. I did not hear any train this year, which was really cool. It was very nice. You know why? I tell you what, because the tent had a DJ and the speakers were so. Oh, yeah, I had Blanton's on Sunday night, Bill. You know that. We had a DJ at the tent, and I mean, it was like maybe 100-yard space, 50-yard space for the whole tent area, and I was right next to the DJ, and it was just loud as hell. Whatever the hell he played is all I could hear. So
good times.
Had a 90-year-old woman fall through the bleachers. That was hilarious. She's like, I guess the broom didn't fly you that far. And
people falling down, it never gets old.
Yeah, it never gets old. When you hear those bones crack and creak, and
Gasparilla is full of people falling down.
It really is. A lot more breasts this year. That was kind of unusual, and no one was
welcome
arrested.
addition.
Nobody hates it.
A reunion of sorts for a lot of people. And I don't know if you remember the story about how my Jeep got overflowed with 6,000 ducks for New Year's Eve. We went back to the cigar bar, and the whole group of us, I must have thrown 3,000 of those, half those ducks out to people. And that was a lot of fun. And I wanted to see how many ducks were left on the ground the next day, because we threw some on the street. We were throwing them, trying to get them into windows and cars and everything. There wasn't a duck on the street or a duck in the bushes or a duck on the sidewalk. It was fantastic. So, and Dana Beers was a cool guy, real cool guy.
What was he, just like talking to people?
Who is he?
He is one of the big shot personalities for Barstool Sports. It was his first ever Gasparilla.
Yeah.
And he saw us throwing the ducks, and he goes, who the fuck are you guys? I'm like, and my buddy Steve, who, like I said, runs the Hard Rock, he's the one that set up the joke for the ducks. I said, hey, talk to this guy. We started talking, and it was just what is Gasparilla? What's it mean to Tampa? And it was a top 5 Gasparilla. Gotta admit, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Friday night was a disaster.
Video. Yeah.
Huh?
So maybe you'll be in the video. We'll see. It's got to be coming out soon, right?
Yeah, it's got to be coming out soon. I mean, first I said, holy shit, my buddy's going to go crazy. And I thought about you immediately.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. He's just
hilarious.
hilarious.
And it was just a riot. I was like, oh, I gotta send Zach the pictures as quickly as possible. But it was a good one. It was a good one. As typical. Pat was in bed by 11.
Oh boy.
So from 8 in till 11 while closing out the bars at 2:30 on Friday night.
Yikes.
You always want to take it easy on Fridays.
Yeah, right. You really want to manage your time.
We used to do that really well.
And then you know what happens? You hear that one song, and you said, "Fuck it, I need a Patron." And then there's another Patron, and then there's another Patron.
Usually Train.
And Train, Train. But it wasn't Train. It was some ass house named Ryan Hurd. I was like, oh yeah, time to drink. So that was it. It was a successful Gasparilla.
Good. Yeah. Speaking of successful, Locks had surgery.
Yeah, true story.
On his arm after a tragic.
This is the masturbation.
Tragic. I didn't say anything. How you doing, Guy? How's the arm?
It's rough, dude. It's right-handed. Right arm. Got some stitches right there.
Good for the audio medium.
Yeah. Got 7 stitches in one spot, 5 in another. Elbow is wrecked. Sitting on an ice pack at night. Wear a brace during the day. But yeah, just think about the amount of things that you couldn't do without your dominant hand or arm. And,
Give us top
that's
3 things that you.
I can think
wish
of
you
the
could
first thing that comes to mind.
Go ahead. Throw it out there.
Masturbation.
Okay, next case.
picking your nose.
Okay, we'll go round robin. Wipe your ass. Jeff, next.
Do what with grass?
Wipe your ass, I said.
Oh, wipe your ass. Okay, yeah. Wipe your ass. Writing.
Go.
Brushing your teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth. Shaving. Having to shave left-handed. Funny story. Did well for the first few days. Went to work, set my crews out. This is about 9 o'clock. I'm sending the last one out. And he goes, "Hey, you're bleeding over here." And I go in, I look in the mirror. It looked like I tried to commit suicide. I had so much blood dripping down the side of my neck, and no one at my office told me for 2.5 hours.
They're all fired.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. It was bad. It was a big blotch. So yeah, shaving. It's a lot. So yeah, we got a long road ahead, but yeah, positive vibes. You know me.
Speaking of roadhead. Damn, I missed that one. I was ready to segue, and you just had the line of.
Locks is back. Oh, it's my favorite part of the show. All of it. Locks is back.
You mentioned ineptitude before. I wrote it down. 38 minutes later, I don't remember why.
Jeff had ineptitude. He was going to speak of.
Yeah, I did, but yours was about
car
dealerships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get a piece of paper in the mail. I work for a company that gets a company car, and I get a piece of paper in the mail, and it's dated October 23rd. I get it in November. It says in 10 to 15 business days, you will get notified by the car dealership that your new fleet vehicle is in, and they will then schedule pickup or drop off. Well, I live on an island, so I have to schedule it. I have to be over and pick it up and sign off on it, whatever. Fast forward to January 3rd. Still don't have a car. Still haven't heard from these people. I'm driving the old vehicle. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I call on January the 2nd. Person's not in. Okay, it's right around New Year's. I get it. They're not. Oh, no, I called before Christmas. That's what I did. I called before Christmas. Person's not in. All right, probably left a little early for the holidays. No worries. Cool. January 2nd, call again. Voicemail. Cool. No big deal. January 3rd, I tell my wife, I'm just going to drive down there. It's not very far. I'll just drive down and see. I go in. Of course, you're at a car dealership. I can't so much as get out of my vehicle before you have 2 salespeople saying, "Hey, what can we do for you?" And I'm already driving a Toyota Sienna, so they're ready to put me in a new one. So I say, "Oh, I'm just here for a fleet vehicle." And the guy was so nice. He brings me back to this like back dungeon office. And opens the door. It's like dimly lit.
And they have to go there every day.
I'm here for a fleet vehicle. And he's like, "Let me see the paperwork." I give him the paperwork. Every piece that the fleet company sent me, I gave to him. He's like, "Oh, okay, let me go see. He runs out, never to be found again. Finally, a guy comes like walking in. He's got a suit on. He's like, "What are you here for?" I said, "I'm picking up a fleet vehicle." He said, "This is perfect way to end it." Long story short, Casey's the new GIMP. That's right. And we have a sponsor. We have a new sponsor.
Toyota.
No, but they said, "We don't have the paperwork." I said, "Well, it said that you guys were going to call." They said, "Well, we don't call if we don't have paperwork." And then so he calls the guy, the fleet company, on the phone, and they're like, "Yeah, we sent that paperwork to you November 6th.
Yeah. Here you go. Yep.
What's the problem?
So then, as they saying that, I'm like sitting outside. Here comes the first guy around, throws me the keys. He's like, "You're set." I was like, "Do I have to do anything?" He's like, "Nope, you're good."
I don't want to steal this. Like, we were arrested.
Right. Like, do I need to sign anything or anything? Nope.
What?
All right. Well, thanks. He's like, yeah, no worries.
What the?
And I just took the car and I'm driving it. It's wonderful.
I can't take car dealers. I can't. I mean, it's like top 3 levels of hell for me, man. Like, I buy all my vehicles from CarMax because I can't stand the haggle game. I can't even do it. Like, tell me what the fuck the thing costs. If I can afford it, I'll buy it. If I can't, I won't buy it. You know, that's it. And get me out of there in 2 fucking hours. I can't take it. They're such pricks. How they can stand themselves. It just drives me nuts.
It's just complete.
That's how I bought my past 2 cars. I just emailed all the dealerships and I said, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to pay. The one that comes back with a serious offer is going to get my business. Yeah. And that's it. And the minute they tried I said, nope, I'm out of here. You're not listening to the rules.
Yeah.
And I'm out, so. But you do it the best way too, man. It's like, boom,
I can't take it.
CarMax is fine.
Because they're getting fucked with my pants on.
I found out that there's
How is that?
Speaking of getting fucked with your pants on, I found out there's another usage for this towel here that they give you in hotels.
It looks like clean up dipspit.
Donald Trump's hair.
Pizza. It was a napkin tonight. I thought there was only one use for these towels in hotel rooms.
I see what you're getting at. Took a minute.
Never used your socks? Wait. Oh.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You use it in the shower to wash, right?
Is that what they're used for?
Christ almighty.
I never see. You never see the stain in those bad boys. What I mean? What?
Lefty.
So I don't get it. I mean, those towels are really for pizza?
No, I needed a napkin tonight because I got a little personal pizza. And so I didn't have a napkin. I didn't have a fork and knife. It was a little floppy. Hey, wow. I couldn't fold it because it was so small. I mean, it was delicious. Don't get me wrong. I ate every morsel of it. But it was all over my hands. It was greasy, so it's like getting down my hands. I needed something to wipe off. And dang, light bulb. I know a thing that works just fine for situations like this.
Messy, drippy situation.
Did you like the grease on your crotch?
I didn't get it on my crotch.
Oh,
Speaking of grease on the crotch, have you guys seen this new preview for this movie, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's Knock at the Cabin?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
And Dave Bautista has more acting range.
Yeah.
You see how bad he is? He looks awesome.
A big son of a bitch.
Than The Rock.
From one fat guy to another. He looks great.
Hey, did you see that movie Glass Onion yet with him?
Yeah.
Holy shit, he's a freak in that movie.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here's what the premise is. If you stay in the cabin, you save the planet. If you don't stay in the cabin, you blow up the planet.
Well, you have to sacrifice one of your family, basically. You have to choose your family. There's 3 of them in this family. One of them has to be sacrificed, and the rest of the world will survive.
Do I pick the 2 family members who are going in the cabin with me?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just a crazy premise, and then they start. No one wants to die, obviously. So then there's like a tidal wave coming, killing a bunch of people. They go outside, and there's an airplane falling out of the sky. Like it's the end of the world. So yeah.
Because if I had a gun and 2 bullets, I'd shoot the one son of a bitch twice.
There you go.
Attaboy.
That would solve that.
You gotta make sure.
Here's the thing about this movie. It's M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, right? And what's he known for?
Twists.
Bad movies.
Big time. What?
A couple of his movies are really good.
No, a couple of his first early movies real good, but he kind of started digressing.
Like Sixth Sense. I haven't seen a lot of it.
Great.
Sixth Sense, Signs.
Early movie.
Great.
Signs.
I know, but still had a twist. I like The Village. Was one of my favorites.
Village is very good.
Decent.
Yeah.
And I think I like it more like after the fact, watching it the second time, like the fact that they're all wearing watches, and in the time period that they're trying to portray, they didn't have watches. Like things like that. He kind of gives you nuggets that if you're really paying attention, you'll figure it out.
He creates his
Antebellum was like that, which was very good.
Is that what this one? Do you think this one's going to have a twist like that?
Like what one?
like those his previous?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there's something. There was the one that he came out with last year, year before, The Beach, where like the kids show up at the beach with their parents and they like go back to some cave and they come back and they're like old and dying or some shit like that. Like,
yeah.
And he's the writer and director of all these shits. He's got a crazy weird brain, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it's just different, man. It's different than it's not just some 90-minute horror movie. It has some thought to it, builds suspense. It kind of reminds me of like Hitchcock type of stuff. It's just
he's
different.
He's trying to be.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it to come out because what I normally do with movies like this is go right to Wikipedia and figure out what the plot is.
Oh,
do
that.
I do the same thing.
So then when I watch it, I know what's coming.
Or TikTok, basically, if you keep scrolling, you'll watch the whole damn movie. Whatever the hell you want to watch.
You went to TikTok.
Part 54. Boom. Okay, I'm on it. I'm kidding.
What'd we learn on TikTok since we've last spoke here, Jeff? Anything good?
Constipated.
What?
I've been constipated.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the emotional or spiritual blockage caused by having to deal with too many cunts in one day.
Sounds about right.
And that's pretty much the way it's been lately.
Attaboy.
Yeah, that's
Did one show up here tonight?
Huh?
Did one show up here tonight? In the chat?
No. I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
Yep. But not that. I said I wouldn't go too far. But
That's enough. That's enough.
I didn't even know she was still on Facebook. Fool me.
So a couple of things that are coming out that we're maybe
that
we'll
was
try.
Actually funny as shit.
Maybe we'll try. Maybe we won't. Although one I heard is a fake. But Bojangles is teaming with a brewery to bring out Bojangles sweet tea, some sort of alcoholic beverage.
Really?
Based on their sweet tea, and that's legit. It's coming out in March in the Carolinas to start.
Are you going to send us some?
I'll send you some if we get it out. The other one that Jeff saw the other day was Hormel chilies, cheese, beer. Apparently, that's a complete fake.
I figured it was, but it would be amazing if it wasn't.
There were articles talking about it, and it was like, click the link and you click it, and the Hormel was like, oh, we're all out. And then the brewery was like, yeah, we don't have this.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's real, but
I got a question. I got a question here about this Zach's list that he put out, Lox's list he put out earlier. I can call you Zach now because there's nothing to gamble on right now.
Yeah, it's fine. Even when it's all good. I respond to everything.
Right. Asshole. Yeah. What did you have on your list here? No tailgating allowed before the game.
That was for the playoff.
In Los Angeles at the college football playoff, no tailgating was allowed. Yeah, they outlawed it.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold the phone. You could drink at your car. You could eat in your car. You just couldn't bring tents and grills.
Makes sense.
So, and that's all they were saying, no tailgating, because they wanted to make sure that everyone could get easy in and easy out. And with the tents moving and shaking, taking up 2 spots and whatever, they had limited parking. That was the truth behind it. But it came out that there was no tailgating. So everyone gets all their panties in a wad. Like, what? We should never be over. It was actually just, I mean, like we saw Tampa. Tampa was a shit show when we went to Clemson, Alabama game. There were tents everywhere, balloons.
They just part of the shit show.
That poor tree's dead now. All the pee.
Oh yeah, peed all over. There was
like, I figured the Los Angeles thing was like, so it would just be like not people hanging out. So when there was like a drive-by shooting, no one would get killed.
Well, but that is true.
That happens in LA.
LA's bad news these days, dude. It's like real bad. So that's I just figured. There's when people stay inside.
Bad. I don't want to get
Lox. I think today is the day. Tuesday, January 31st, we can officially get off the Clemson basketball bandwagon.
No, I'm not doing it. They turned the ball over too much. They're going
to lose to Boston College.
They are. That's okay.
You never bet against Jesuits.
It's an away game. They got a big rebound game coming Saturday, and then next Saturday they got a huge game that your boy is going to at North Carolina.
Whoa, you're going to North Carolina?
Yep.
Nice.
It's Will's Christmas present. We are going to see Clemson play at Chapel Hill.
Oh, so let him see disappointment. Good job.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
part of growing up. You know, life's
excited
not fair.
about it. It'd be cool. Never
That's
been to it. You know,
part of growing up. There's Folgers in your cup.
Be a man.
Oh, okay.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, I'm done with topics. So you guys.
Yeah, have you seen Georgia's schedule for next year?
No. Is it as bad as Clemson's?
Do you think it's easy, Case?
I'm sure it probably is.
Hold on.
They're not gonna get tested until the SEC championship.
That's pretty standard for any SEC East team these days.
Yeah,
maybe Tennessee, but I mean Georgia's needs a new quarterback. But yeah, it's pretty soft again.
Yeah, but you know what? When you win 2 national titles, you're not going to get a quarterback. You know.
Yeah. Well, how about
don't worry about their quarterback room. They just don't have any playing experience.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for a 5-star, 2 4-stars, and Jackson Muschamp, who's a 3-star.
How about Stetson Bennett just got
arrested
at 7:08 a.m. for disorderly conduct and being
Where was he
public? In Dallas,
in Texas somewhere.
Dallas, I think. That's what I saw. It must have been a good night.
All right, here we go. You ready? Here's the schedule.
Not much, I don't think.
No.
Georgia versus UTM. Tennessee Martin. Yeah. Ball State.
Did you see his mugshot?
Ball State, South Carolina, UAB, Auburn, Kentucky, Vandy, Florida, Mizzou, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Georgia Tech.
Wow.
All right, now here's my bet.
Yeah, did you put something down?
1 or less losses for 2 boxes of cigars.
Oh, I thought you put like real money down on something. I mean, I got you with the cigars.
That could be up to $400, dude.
So someone thinks that they're gonna have
2 losses or more.
And you said 2 losses or less, or 1 loss or less.
Yeah.
And when does this bet end? Is it just regular season only?
Regular season.
Pick your cigars,
dude. Yeah,
cigars.
That's what I thought too. Like, this is the same guy
chickens?
who bet me that Alabama would be in the playoffs. It said,
Is he an Alabama fan?
No, he's not actually.
Wow,
who's he pulled for?
He actually went to Auburn, which you question the mental capacity right there.
That's wild. Why would you think where?
He thinks that Auburn has a shot this year, and there's going to be 1 more loss, like Tennessee or something like that. Which I could maybe see Tennessee, but
I think Locke's boy Hugh Freeze is going to take more than a year.
Exactly.
Yeah, and maybe Tennessee. Tennessee has a good returning quarterback.
Yeah, Joe Milton's back, right?
Pretty solid, and they probably still are building, but.
Not a year.
Where's that at? That's at Tennessee too this coming year.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, am I wrong?
No, we watched it.
No, it is at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the last 2 games
It's
are on the
just
road.
wild.
At Tennessee, at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech's going to be better.
Shut up.
I mean,
they're not going to beat Georgia.
If you're not better within 2 games.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to win 4.
Georgia Tech might win 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. That is better. What y'all been watching on TV? Anything exciting?
No.
Kaleidoscope. Watch Kaleidoscope.
Not good.
I'm watching Kaleidoscope starting tonight.
It's good, man. Come on.
Miserable ending.
You already watched it?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of time sitting here doped up on drugs watching television.
That's why you think. That's why
maybe,
you think
maybe it was good. I fell asleep.
The perfect Chop and Beef show, TV show, is on TLC on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock.
What?
MILF Manor.
Never even heard of such a
You never told me this. What's the schedule?
TLC,
the Learning Channel, because we're learning.
Yeah, we're learning about MILFs and being in a manor.
So it's like 10 older women, and it's a dating show, and they all want to try to live their lives dating younger men. So when they get there and
imagine.
they're all being old and they're all plasticed up and all that, and so then they open the curtain. The younger men are their sons.
Well, wait. How many MILFs are in there?
There's like 12. So there's 12 dudes.
There's 12 MILFs and there's 12 sons.
Yep. So like each of the MILFs has one son that is also there, and so that they're trying to date one of the other MILFs, and the MILFs are trying to date one of the other sons.
I would have no issue with it.
What the fuck? Is this after my lottery dream home?
I have no idea. I just tune into the Learning Channel to learn at 10 o'clock on
Be
Sunday
highly
night.
educated.
To educate myself at 10 o'clock on Sunday night.
Well, what is your opinion of MILF Manor?
Definitely asleep by then.
It's slow. As slow as can be. They're 3 episodes in. It is slow.
Well, see,
I'm
that's
waiting for
nice.
some action.
Kind of like porn. It really starts off slow, kind of builds up the story.
What kind of porn are you watching?
Well, stepsons. Yeah. Stepsons and their stepmother.
There's a fast forward button for a reason.
Yeah.
I kind of like to hear the reason I got into the situation. Oh, you have a much bigger penis than your father does.